That's good. Not bad. Where's my filer? There's one. We're gonna get started real soon. Okay. So, this movement. It's pretty broken, the rotor. Take this off carefully. I'm gonna have to see if I can fix it. See this? I probably just have to get a new one. Put this to the side. This is an Sw200. So what happened is the gasket broke right here. See that? And then the person couldn't close it anymore, and it got extremely dirty. So we're gonna take it apart and clean it off piece by piece. Let's see if I can, if it's wound up a little bit. I want to see if it runs at all if I wind it up a little bit. So it does run. So I'm gonna take off the, oh yeah, it doesn't turn that well though. I'm gonna take off the automatic bridge right here. That's this piece right here. I'm gonna take that off real quick. For that, I need my black screwdriver. Here it is. This screw, then I always get underneath it right here and it will just pop out. There we go. Here's the automatic bridge. And now I'm gonna take off, I gotta take off all these gears because I don't know if they all have to be cleaned. It's pretty dang dirty. So, right now. Let's see if it will focus. I haven't checked out small things from this distance, but I just zoomed out. I zoom in. Here, I need to look on my side where there's no delay. There we go. Okay, perfect. So once I get it over on this side, there's this little screw right here. Sometimes it's pretty difficult to get out. Unscrew. There we go. Oh, nice. Got it. I'm gonna take this off. And then I'm gonna take these gears out. Oh, it's not focusing. There we go, now it's focusing a bit more. Yeah. So right now, I'm dumping it all on this tray right here. I'm gonna keep this right over here because I'm gonna wash all these pieces. Now, so it's important when the watch is moving, you never ever want to start unscrewing stuff. You could really damage the watch. You need to, what's the word I'm looking for in English? I need to get rid of the energy. It's wound up. See right here? So when I wind it, oh, it's like jamming. It's like, oh, this isn't good. So it's wound up. And then to release this energy, there's, take a look right here. There's a little arm right here that goes in it. So I'm going to show you close up. It's going to be a bit slow at first because I'm going to go from side to side. Here we go. So, trying to find it. Forgive me. Right there. It's like on the side. Come on, this is so tough. There it is. So there's that little lever right there. I'm gonna release it and it's gonna release the barrel. The spring in the barrel is all tightened up. So once I do this and pull this back, it's gonna release. Now it's not moving anymore. Now I can take off. This is the Sperrrad. This is what winds up the movement, the barrel. Put it over to the side. And then I'm gonna take off the barrel bridge. I'm just translating these words from German to English, so I'm not sure if they're correct. And there's 3 screws for the barrel bridge to hold it down. A quick tip, if you are ever taking apart a movement, you don't necessarily have to take this part off. This screw right here, you don't have to take off. It will just pop off. What's also good is to always take the screws out before you pop up the barrel. The bridge, I mean, because then you could lose some screws. And once one of these suckers goes flying, you ain't finding it. Howdy, glad to have you here. Let's see. So now I'm gonna pop this off. So once you pop this piece off, it's very important. You see this gold arm right here? On this side? Let's see if I can get it to focus. See that little gold arm on it? Don't lose that. That's very important. If you don't have that, you can't stop the watch. So, I have this all right now. This is let's keep all of this stuff together. This is all the barrel bridge stuff, the screws, the Sperrrad, the arm that comes in with the mechanism. This is what will come against the barrel ring, the balance ring, to stop it when you pull it out. Now what you can see is you can see the gears right here. This is the gear bridge. I'm gonna take this off. But you know what? I should have taken the movement out first and then taken the hands off. But you know what? I can do that. I can do that right now, actually. We're gonna look at the front side. So I'm gonna take this off. Take all of this out. This is the movement holder. It's quite heavy. Big piece. This is what keeps the movement in place. Now I'm gonna take out the stem and press up right against here. Pull that out. And then I'm going to take out these two pieces. I hope I'll be able to get a close-up to show you these pieces and how they work. But right now the camera is having a tough time focusing on these small pieces. Actually, I'm going to take out the barrel too. So the barrel is one of the few items you do not wash. You leave the sucker alone. I'm just going to put it on the side. If you do clean the barrel, then what oil will I be using? I'll be using these oils. Hello from the UK, nice. Sorry if I'm late. I'm watching on my streaming service where there's no delay. So these are the oils I'm gonna be using. There is 9415. There's the Zeigereibung. That will come underneath the minute roar, the minute gear. And then I got the 9014, that's the thinner oil. And this is the 1300 one. This is the thicker one that will go in the gears that don't spin as fast. So I'm mainly using these two. And I'll show you when I'm gonna use these ones. But that will come later. So let's flip this over. Here we got, this is how the watch looks. Kind of nice watch. Actually, it is a pretty nice watch. I've never really known this brand. I'm getting a bad reflectant. But maybe it will go away once I just have the dial. Here's the watch. I'm gonna take off the hands real quick. So here's the case. I'm not gonna be washing the case right now because I don't have the stuff for it. I may just clean it later. But I just used like Q-tips or something like that to clean it. So let's take off the hands. I'm gonna be having this right here. And then I have these two tools where you go underneath and then you just pop off the hands like this. So here we go. It's best when you have all the hands lined up, but this will work too. You just pop off just like that. Put this to the side. Grab these hands. Put them over here. There we are. Now I'm going to take off the dial. It's the same. This is an older version of the Sw200. So I'm just going to be pulling these off right here. And then I can take off the dial like this. There we go. I'm going to be putting the dial over here. And then I can put these feet back in. Put the dial ring supporter away. And then have this movement holder now for it. This will work better. So, now, we have, this is where the barrel comes. This is the, oh, I don't even know the words in English. So you have the big one, you have the Kleebolterrad, and this is the second gear. So if I turn these right now, it will turn the movement. If I turn it the right way, it should. Or maybe if I just turn this one, there we go. So if I turn this one, it will move the movement a little bit, just like that. But for now, we're gonna be unscrewing this right here. And right here. Now, once I put it back together, I'm gonna be oiling and making sure that these gears can turn smoothly. And it's gonna be in these pink, red little storage places where I'm gonna put the oil, because you have the points on top of it. Let's see if I can find it for you guys. See those little pink spots? That's where I'm gonna be putting the oil in. And then also on the balance wheel, there's going to be a pink one right there. It fell out because it was so dirty. The person did not keep good use of this. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to put it in here. And we can actually, this is the second gear. This is the one that goes in between. This is the one that connects with the barrel. And this is the Hemmelrad, the Hemmelgear. This, come on, focus. This one. This gear either has 15, 21, or 25 teeth. Always. That's what I learned in school. There's probably newer ones nowadays, but that's how many teeth this one always has. I believe this one has 21. So, I'll start cleaning on this side. Basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be grabbing these pieces. And I'm just gonna soak them in this. This is like a petrol, like a very clean gasoline, and then I'll just blow dry them, and it will clean off pretty good. So I've never cleaned it like this. Usually I have a machine that will clean it. I just don't want to lose any of these pieces. Put this over here. Oh. So you need to have really good tweezers for this, otherwise it's just gonna fly away. This over here. We will clean the bridge real quick. Get it with the right. So just a good little mix in there, just like this. And they'll have like a machine that will like spin it. You'll put the whole movement in there and it will like spin and wash in this stuff. And it will go through 3 cycles or so. But since I'm just doing this at home, I'm just gonna do this. This should be enough. Oh. There was a splash. Blow this off on the side. I'm going to be breathing this in all night, so that's going to be great. It's going to make it a very happy screen. Put this to the side. I'm just going to drop all the screws in here. So the screws for the barrel bridge are also exactly the same for the screws for the gear bridge. So I'm just gonna drop all those ones in here right now. Just these little screws. Clean this off. That should be enough. Just bring that in here. Those will dry off in time. They're so small, I don't really need a blow dry. Bring this in over here. And there should be a total of 5. Yep, got them all out. Okay, now we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna wash all these real quick. And then I can get to the other side. Enjoying this very much. Have to run to work now. I'll watch the episode when you post it later. Have a great day. Oh, thanks much. So I'm gonna grab this real quick. So this looks a lot cleaner now. Still kind of a bit dirty, so this one was at the very top. I'm gonna need 1 sec. I'll be right back. I forgot something. So I believe this movement is from 2007. So I got this little thing right here. I'm gonna clean over it. It should clean it off a bit better than how it is right now. Should make it shine a little bit. There we go, yeah. It's pretty good. I don't know what these are called. It's got like almost like an eraser substance on it. I'm gonna dip it in real quick just to get a tiny bit on there, just so I can really clean this because it is dirty. Let me know if the camera. Hello from Chicago. Thanks for doing these in-depth videos for us. Anytime, I enjoy them. I'd love to get this as a routine thing. I just need to get like the perfect setup on it. So this looks a lot cleaner now.
To all the ladies in the place.
If I can get it to focus. For some reason it just doesn't want to focus. Oh, that's why.
To all the ladies in the place.
There we go. So it looks a lot cleaner now. I'm going to do that with this one too. Because it's quite dirty.
To all the ladies in the place.
This watch is like the equivalent of like a lost puppy. Just hasn't been nurtured. It's a rescuer watch. There we go, that looks good.
To all the ladies in the place.
The owner didn't see its true beauty.
To all the ladies.
So let's see if we can see it. Shine and sparkle now. That looks a lot better. Backside. Whoopsie. Backside's kind of dirty too. So once I put it all together, I'll explain more on how everything works, and I'll try to give you guys some close-ups. And now I just need to clean this up. Yeah, that looks good. Put that one down. So, I'm gonna clean these gears too. Drop that. That was the second gear. I can just see the dirt coming off of it when I put it in the petrol. I can just see it cleaning off. It's quite satisfying. There we go. Just drop both of these in there. So I don't even know if this movement works. We're gonna have to see. It looks like it does. I wound it up, but it was not running fast. It wouldn't pick up a sound, anything on my machine. So it definitely wasn't keeping time. I don't even think it would have moved the hands, but the movement was running itself. So that's usually a sign that it's just really dirty or something's broken. I'm hoping it was just really dirty. This right here. Let's grab the Hemmung gear. Pull this off. There we go. Now we're gonna do all of these gears for the automatic bridge. These gears work. What these gears do is when the rotor turns on it. Turns on the movement, it will automatically wind up the barrel. That's what these gears do. Just gonna give them all a good shake. If I can grab this one. This one's kind of tough to grab. There we go. Come here, you. I'm not left-handed. Let's see. There we go. Off. There we are. Stuff dries off pretty easily, luckily. So I'm almost done with cleaning everything on this side. I think I got everything. And now I can move over to the other side. Oh wait, I still haven't done the one bridge I still need to do. Automatic bridge. So let's put this sucker in here. Usually if I was doing a deep wash, I would take all these pieces off, but there's a little spring in there and I don't want to lose risking it because I don't have any extra pieces. So I'm just gonna clean it off like this. Side. Clean this off. You can see where the barrel bridge was. The barrel was that it's got all dirty on there. So it doesn't look like I found my first little bit of rust on this movement. This is about right here. Right here, there's a tiny bit of rust. See if I can get that off. Just scrape it with a bit of wood. Let me look at it. Those are also scratches. Oh, those aren't coming out. It's a pity. Just clean the rest then. There we are. Also, by the way, my table's clean right here. I cleaned it a long time ago, but this stuff just doesn't come off. So cool. We got all this done now. Now we're to the movement again. So right now I'm going to take off the balance wheel bridge. Put this over here. Let's put this over right here. This needs to be right here. So when you're assembling the balance wheel like this, you can hold it like this, but I would refrain from holding it like this. I would always, if you can, hold it up like this. It's a lot safer for the spring. Just hold it on the back. You'll be better that way. So, I'm gonna take off the anchor bridge. I'm just gonna dump this in my petrol right now. So what's important when you're cleaning this is that you clean the, one sec, let me drop this real quick. Put this to the side. Grab one of these. So, when you're cleaning the anchor, see these two little pink pieces on it? See the pink pieces? You want to get the tip of it. That's where all the oil is going to be on it. Let's see. Let's see how dirty this is. So I got this white thing right here. I'm just going to go over it. I just dumped it the petrol. I'm just gonna go over it. Oh, it's not that dirty actually. There we go. Dump it in the petrol. Grab this out now. Shake it up. And this is one of the few bridges, the anchor bridge, that you don't oil. You don't oil this bridge. It kind of just doesn't really need oil. In school, I remember like asking like, why don't we oil it? But they never really gave us like a good answer. It's kind of just like, it just doesn't really need it, basically. Take out the anchor. Try that off, put it right there. Perfect. Ooh, could have lost the screws. So now we are to the the plotting, to the werkplot. What is this thing called in English? This is the main piece of the movement. This is where everything's assembled onto it. When you clean this part, you always have the balance wheel. You put it back on. Because it's such a fragile piece, you don't want to damage it. I just need to get it to go in its place. There we go. Just always like see if it moves freely like that before I screw it on. Otherwise, if the point of it's not in, you can damage it once you screw it on. So I always give it just a little twirl. There we go. So we're gonna go to the other side now. Here we are. Look how clean this side looks. Nice and clean without no dial on it. Maybe if I have the lighting over here, it will focus it better. Because it looks like it's like reflecting. But now there's like a shadow. No, it does look better right here. So we also don't wash this, the stone, the hour roar, the hour wheel. Now, there's some similar screws in this piece that you gotta keep separated because they're not the same. So, one of them is this one. Now, if you mix them up, it's not a big deal. It will still work. This stuff looks all fairly clean, so I'm not gonna clean it. Besides right here, actually I'll clean these two bridges. They look a bit dirty. But they don't need much. Side's fairly clean. I'll definitely have to clean the mechanicism part. And right there I'll be able to show a lot of stuff like what's going on in there. Look at this. Dip it. Blast it. Oh, there's still some on the back side. There we go. It's clean. I'll just keep that all on right here on this side right now. Grab this. There we go. Let's move the calendar disc to the side right now. There we are. Now we'll get to this side. I'm gonna put this over here. This is the last part I'll be taking off. This will also be the starting point when I assemble it all together. Looks clean. So I'm gonna definitely have to clean these gears. So this is the in-between gear. The Zwischenrad. If this stuff's dirty right here, like this stuff, it will still work. Like this gear will still work, but it's like still good to get it clean. This gear has a very important function. It needs to be able to turn. Let's see if I can hold this. So this whole gear turns while this centerpiece can stay in place. Oh, you're right. It's not focusing, is it? Oh, shoot, good thing there's nothing in there. So let's see. Focus on this gear. So this centerpiece right here, this is where the minute hand goes on this piece. This is the minute gear. This whole centerpiece needs to be able to turn while this isn't turning, or this needs to be turned while this doesn't turn. So there's like an oil that I'll put on the back of this right here. The Zeigereibung oil, I'm gonna put it right in between these two spots right here, right in between the two lines. So close up on it. The centerpiece will be able to turn, or the gear, the teeth, will be able to turn while the centerpiece stays focused. And I'm gonna put oil in between those two lines right there so that we can move fast. But we're gonna clean it first. Sorry about that, like close to hand. There we are. Put that over here. Now, we got a lot going on over here. So, I'm just gonna take this all out real quick, clean it, and then I'll explain what goes on once I put it together. Put that in there. Dump all these pieces in there. Okay. Mix this all around. Where are my other tweezers? Here they are. So after I clean this, all I have to do is clean the main bridge, and then we're done cleaning. Then we can assemble, and I'll start explaining stuff to the best of my ability in English. Maybe I'll have to get my book out, then I can show it a lot better. Go. And the screw. There we are. So now we got the big piece going in. drop it in there. Just gonna spin it around. Now this will usually wash in this stuff for like literally, a wash on a machine will usually take about 10 minutes. But they'll also air dry it. They'll like spin it to air dry it. Dry this off nice and good. Gotta make sure it's nice and dry up back here. There we go, that looks dry to me. Is it, if I touch it, is it dry? Yeah, it's dry. Okay. So we are now gonna put it so we can get this mechanicism in right here so that we can put in the stem. And then I can show you how this functions so that you can either wind up the movement. Actually, the winding up part I can't show exactly right now because we need the barrel in. I can show you how just all 3 steps go. The calendar turning and then the hand turning spot. We'll need this in here for that too. So, I'm just gonna clean this up real quick in here. It's a bit dirty. This thing like it's brand new. There we go. I'm also gonna have to take out this part right here. There's a little gold attachment on it. You see it? That little gold part and the little red ruby, I need to take that out. That's where the balance wheel, the spiral part, the end of it will go in. I'm gonna have to oil that. So, if I'm taking this out, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have my finger over it. I'm gonna turn this little gold piece and it should come out. These pieces are quite annoying. They're just annoying. They look really nice, but the annoying part about it is that you can lose them once they like fly out because you gotta put them back in. They're kind of hard to put back in. Let's see. Let me put this in right here. Oh, okay. Let's go right here. And I'll have to wash this later. I'll wash this later. Stop this because there's 2 pieces in this. There we go. Okay. Oh, I need to clean the stem too. Lots of cleaning. Whatever, I'll just put the whole thing in. It's not a big deal. And then the oiling is going to be starting up pretty soon. Right after I draw this off, I'm going to have to actually oil this. You want to really clean this because once I have the pieces on there, the pieces can slide out of place, and if it's dirty, it will slide out of place and it won't be good. So there we are. So first things first, I need to get, let me put these pieces away. Otherwise, actually I need these ones. I'm gonna keep these ones right here. Sorry for the close up of the hands. Put these to the side right now so that I don't tip them and lose everything. So I'm gonna need to put, these two pieces are on over here. So these two pieces I just laid down right here. This piece needs to go on first. I do not want to lose this. Let's see if I can get a close up. One side there's no teeth, the other side there's teeth, besides the teeth in the middle. Let me grab it like this. Let me see if I can show this up close. It's very small, we'll figure this out. Oh, it's focusing up on... I'm gonna have to get my book to show how this works actually. Basically what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm gonna have to get this piece on right here. Come here. This piece will go on right here. And then this piece, this is the piece that will wind up the movement. It will go into the gears and it will go right here. So, the tricky part is, sorry about the hand, I have to get this all in here. So, how you do that is, you have to hold this piece. You gotta put them in one at a time. So we got this piece on, and then I need to put this piece on. So there's two teeth to this. There's one side that's a lot bigger, the teeth, and you want the bigger, oh, it fell down. You want the bigger side facing the center of the movement. There we go. So now I can push it in like this. Ooh. Come on. Work for me. Don't fall out. There we go. Cool. Got it in right now. So, let me get my oil out. I'm going to be oiling the stem right now. The part where this piece that slides back and forth, that's where I'm oiling on the stem. And then you also put some oil right in the middle of this part. And also on the teeth back here. Just like that. And then, let's see, can I get this any closer? focus. Why aren't you focusing on me? I could have sworn I had a last stream. I guess I wasn't looking at the small pieces though. So right now, I just basically oiled these pieces right here. Now there's little pieces right here. There's like little metal indentations that stick up on the movement itself. See those little metal pieces that move up? I need to oil most of those because there's gonna be like levers and stuff going on top of it. So with these parts, I'm gonna be oiling with the 1300 oil. None of these parts where there's no gears, you're never gonna be like oiling with the very thin oil. Because it doesn't have to move, it just has to be able to function. Those two right there, perfect. And then the first one you put on is this one. This piece. This piece holds down one of the gears, and this piece will move back and forth. It will move like this, right and left, depending on the function that you're doing. This piece will hold down the stem to make sure it's in the place. Because otherwise, if I just pull out the stem right now, it will just come out. Even right now, because there's no bridge on top of it. This piece will guide that little center piece. So I'm going to put that right on top of there. This is how it's supposed to look before I put the bridge on. Just like that. And if I can so this will push and pull basically. This will all have to function. Let's see. So, put on this piece right now, and this is gonna hold it all down. That would have been bad. Could have lost a screw. Here we are. So when you're putting this piece on, I screw this down like this. One sec. I'm gonna see if I can get some help so I can show you guys this angle better. Can you come here? Can you just hold this up to the camera? Just hold this right here. Just hold it up to the camera lens without getting in the way, all the way up right here, because I need to show them how this functions. So, you see this piece? When you're screwing on, let me get in the right position. There we go, found you. So I just barely screwed this piece on. This lever back here needs to be pushed against it, against this piece. So I'm gonna push this back. After I screw this down a bit more. Oh, also this piece, oh, focus, come here. This also needs to be pushed in right here. push this up. I'll do this real quick. There we go. And then I'll screw this down. And there's this little lever over here. I'll show you real quick once it focuses. Come on, girl. There we are. So there's this little lever right here. I'm going to pull back. And then it's pushing up against. Yeah. So now, let me get it focused. There we go. So now, once I pull this back, this is the calendar movement. The gear right here will start spinning. And once I pull this back all the way, this is how I can change the hands. How I can change the position of the hands. And once it's down all the way, this is how you wind up the movement. And I'll show this again once I get everything in. I'll show how that works. But I also still need to put some oil on right here, because there's a lot of pressure right there. So yeah, thanks a bunch, Solomon, for the help. It's great.
You owe me.
Okay. Now, I will go to the other side. And we are going to put on the bridge. Actually, first you do the gears, the hands. Actually, no, we'll do the bridge first. We just have to do one gear. I'm gonna put this to the side real quick. I don't need this on right now. I need to take it off anyways. This over here with the screw. Now I'm gonna need to get this here. And here we go. I'm sorry, I'm moving a lot of stuff around. I got a lot of stuff going on. Where's the barrel? The barrel wheel. It's over here. There we go. So I'm gonna put this gear right here first because it goes underneath the barrel. Then I'm gonna do this one. Then I'm going to put, I haven't taken a movement apart in forever actually. It's good practice. This one goes right here. Sorry for the hand. This one goes right in the center. Grab stuff with my left hand. So it comes over here. Right there. And then I'm going to grab the bridge. So I need to get all of these points inside here, right here, inside these little lockets. So what I like to do is I like to, let's see, give me 2 screws. I screw it down just a little bit, not all the way, otherwise I damage the gears. You can really break them if you do that. Everything's just flying in every direction. Let's see. Down right. And I like to get a little piece of wood. And I push down on here, on the top part, and I try to get these pieces in there. Once I feel them slide in. There we go. And then I can put the screws on. I'm not pushing it in all the way because I really want to make sure they're all in. So how you test that is you just spin it. See that one spins? That one spins also, but it doesn't feel super smooth. It's in. Perfect. Screw it down all the way. Now if I spin the barrel wheel just a little bit, they should spin too. This one's not spinning that well. There we go. Perfect. Now we're gonna get the automatic bridge over it. Now, remember this gold hand? This goes right on like this. Right in between there. See if I can find it. Almost. Right there. And then once you move it to the hand part to change your hands, the tip of that golden piece will come against the balance wheel and it will stop the movement. So it won't be running when you change your hands, you change your time. That's how that works. If I do it right now, the piece will fly away. So I can't show that. Gotta put the bridge on. This goes right here now. Going to oil the bridge just a tiny bit. Just in the sides up here. There we go. Pushing this on. There we are. Now let's get the screws. This one's got 3. There we go. Turn this on there. Perfect. Now we're gonna put this gear on top. This is what's gonna wind up the movement. Wind up the barrel. There's a spring inside there. Put this on just like that. Perfect. So now I can wind it and it will turn. Now if you notice the gears aren't turning well right now because they aren't oiled yet. So I'm going to have to oil them and then they should turn really well. So I will oil that real quick. Basically, I'm going to oil these two. These two gears move very slow. Here, let me show you where I'm pointing before I put it on. These two inner gears move very slow, and these two other ones move very fast. So I'm going to need 2 different oils. Come on, baby. See those two that are moving? Those two move really fast. The other two move very slow. So I'm going to need to get a different oil on those two ones that move very slow. And it's just going to be inside those little pivots where I'm going to oil it. So let's get to it. Use my thing. You don't want to put too much oil in it. A lot of times you can tell if it's not a good job because they put too much oil in it. You just want a little bit that will go down in the gear on the point of it and in between. There you go. See how that started turning super fast? Did you hear that? Just due to that oil. That sucker started spinning. It started running. Oil makes such a big difference. I actually had these movements that were sent to me to assemble some watches, and they weren't running that well, and they oiled them too little, and then I had to go in and oil them, and that made a huge difference. So now with the other two, I'm going to have to use the thinner oil. And I'll do a close-up of the spin. You'll see how much faster it will spin now. Just a little bit more. I'm sorry, I keep on putting my hand in front of the camera, don't I? Go around like this. And then for the Hemongrat, spins the fastest. Now, before I show you the spin, I have to oil the back side of it too. So, when I clean the oil off, I just dab it in this real quick, and then it's good to go. They both have, there's two sides to it. So all of this side. I didn't see it, I just put too much oil in there. So what I'm gonna do, for some reason it didn't drop in on the first one, it dropped in only on this one. I'm just gonna pick it up right here. And then I'm gonna have to oil it again. Although most of it's still in there. There we go. And then right here, the thinner oil for the Hemongrat. Sorry, I can't really show this part that well. Show it afterwards. Goes right here. So, flip it over and I'll show you how it spins now. One sec, I need to look on my stream thing because there's such a delay on this one. focus. See how it's spinning? See how fast it's spinning now? Because it's oiled. I'm barely even turning it. If you have the hand on when it spins like that, it will spin really, really fast around. So a good test to know if it's on there good and if it functions well is the small gear. When it spins around, at the end it will like do a quick spin back. It will be spinning this way, and at the end it will spin really fast and it will spin back the other way. It's not doing that right now. Something's stopping it. That's not horrible, but I'm just gonna check the gears if they're in well. Focus. Stupid thing's not focusing, is it? Why is it not focusing all of a sudden? Okay, bear with me. I'm gonna change the camera position. It's just not focusing on me, is it? I just don't know if I'll be able to fix it like this. So see how it's moving? It's good. Can I get it to focus like this? There we go. That looks a lot better. See, we're getting it to move. That's good, and it's looking nice and clean. So now, I'm gonna get the anchor on here. Right here. I'm going to oil up. So you either oil up on the end of here, or you can oil up on the end of the teeth of the gear. Since I'm in this weird position and I got the camera like this, I'm gonna do it on the teeth of the gear. Oh, you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, that's pretty cool. Interesting. Things just got interesting. Okay. Let's see if we can get it so we can both see what I'm doing. There we go. I'm just gonna dab it on there. Can't see it that well. Let's try it with my strongest one, the white one. There we go, I can see it a lot better now. There we go. Now I'm going to turn it just a little bit. Oh, it turns a lot. Turn it, and then I need to do another side of it. Oh, I lost focus on here. Why isn't it working now? I had it just a second ago, didn't I? Oh, it's because it's focusing on the on the piece. Let's see, maybe it will work on this side. Darn it, it focused in on the top part of it. I thought we had something cool going. Okay. So I got that now? Now, to put the anchor, why isn't it focusing now? Oh, it's because it's got that. Is that why? Because it's got its feet on it. There we go. So we're gonna put the anchor in. Right here. There's my other tweezer. Get a feel for this. There we go. That should be in right there. There we go. Now I'm gonna put the bridge on top. That's the bridge. Go in. There we go. Set this on top. There we go. Now how to make sure it's in place when I'm doing this, let me get a little piece of my stick right here. I'm going to press on top of here, right here, top of here. And then I'm gonna lift it up. Now it's in place. See how it like goes back and forth like this? That's when you know it's in place. Except it focused on my fingers, of course. Just the screw. This on, apply some pressure right here. So you always want to make sure this is on point, that it's in when I'm about to screw this down, because otherwise you'll break the anchor. There we are. So, this is how this needs to look like this. See if I can get a close up. Focus. There we are. Do it like this. So now it's lined up against the teeth of it. And I got oil on those two pink parts of the anchor, just on the tip part of it. I actually put it on the gear, on the teeth of the handmongrad, the silver one. And this is the stop mechanism, is the anchor. Otherwise, the amplitude would be way too high. It would spin way too much. So this is what stops all of the energy to go out at once, basically. So we are going to put the balance wheel on it, and we're going to see if it starts moving. Where are you, my precious? Here you are. Let's get a close look at the balance wheel real quick, just to make sure it looks good. So what I'm looking at when I look at this, I think I'm blocking the shadow, is that the springs and everything are parallel, so that when it turns, everything's nice and fluid. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to look for myself. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Doesn't look like I'll have to do anything. If the spiral ring is a bit not parallel in certain places, I'll have to get my tweezers and I'll have to bend them. But it's looking like it turns nice and good. Everything's good. So we're gonna put this on. Come on, don't turn on me. There we go. This may take a little bit longer because I can't see if it's in. There we go, I think it's in. Push this down, and to test if it's in, I'm gonna, see it's not turning. So it's not in. I won't go any further than that. So I'm gonna pull it out. Try to get it in again. Turn right now. There we go. Now it's in. So let's grab the screw. Drop that right there. And that will turn. That's a good way to tell if it's in. You can just like give it a little shake. It will turn like that. Let's see if I start winding it up. It's not gonna run fast because it doesn't have the piece up here. But let's just see if it runs. There we go, it's moving a little bit. It's moving. So this slow, if it's moving this slow right now, it probably won't even pick up. If it does pick up, it's definitely below 200 amplitude right now. But I'm just gonna let it run right now because that will get the oil going through and everything. That should be good. Hi, Teds. So now what I'm gonna do is, this is tough to explain. I'm not gonna be able to explain this through the camera. I'm going to have to be patient. I'm gonna go get my watch book. I'll be able to explain this a lot better. There's gonna be some teaching. Be right back. see if I can get my school book and the picture going on over here. Just put this right here without losing any pieces. So this right here. This little red thing, this is the log. Get out of here, cord. This, I need to oil this. There's a little stone in here that's gonna hold a little bit of oil. And there's a little bit of space in between so I can move. This is the balance wheel right here. This is the balance stem. It's not one piece. This goes on right here on the balance wheel. And this is the spiral. This is the metal spiral part. So without oil in this right here, this part, it won't turn. It won't spin really well. So I need to put oil in right here. And what this page is actually explaining is the amplitude. So once it goes on the side, you'll always, like, once your watch, your wrist, like right here, you'll have the best amplitude when the movement's like this. Once it's on its side like this, you'll have a stronger amplitude because these 2 points right here are pressing down against it, against the point right here. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to oil this little ruby piece. I'm gonna fill it up with oil, and then it will run a lot faster and a lot smoother. So, sorry, I'm gonna be moving the camera a lot right now. This is those pieces that I need to oil right now. I hope no one got sick when I was explaining that. So, how I do this is I'm gonna have to first clean it because it's probably really dirty. This is difficult cleaning these because you can lose it very easily. Oh, is this damaged, this piece? Is it damaged? If it's bent, it's not good. Let me see if it's bent. No, it's good. It's just, wow, it's so dirty. Okay. So, I'm gonna dump these pieces in there. So dirty it's not coming out. Now the funny thing is, those 2 pieces that I was showing in the page, you know, there was one top and there's one bottom. They're different sizes. I kid you not. And this is you cannot see from eye. So it's very important to not mix them up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna mix it in right here, get it clean. This is the top part of it. And when I clean this off, because you gotta blow dry it, otherwise it stays dirty. I'm gonna blow it in here in case it flies away. Just a little bit. Gotta be extremely careful with this part. Oh, the thing came off. Bring that over here then. Oh, where'd my straw go? Get this plugged in. Get this right here. Trying to blow just as little as possible. I do not want to lose these pieces. There we go. The gold piece I'm just going to drop on there. I don't need to dry that off. That'll dry off automatically. That's I have to do this on both sides. It's kind of a very tough process, actually. So this piece comes up like this. Now what I'm gonna do, so there's one side of this that's round and the other side's flat. What I do is I get a little piece of white paper and I'll get this on top of it. I'm just gonna rub it across just to make sure it's clean. Both sides. There we go. I need to make sure this is the flat side. Yeah, so this is the flat side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the oil and I'm just gonna dip it on there, right on top of it. Oh, I forgot I can't do that like that. So the annoying part is this will stick to it. So I just want to drop some oil on it. I just want to get a little bubble of oil on top of it. Let me see if that's enough. Just need a little bit more. Definitely use the thinner oil for this part. Oh shoot. I just really messed it up. So now there's oil all over it. So you can go over and over with this like crazy. Let me see if this is the flat side. There's two sides to it. I'm gonna have to do this over by me real quick. Otherwise I'm just gonna keep messing it up. But look at the movement real quick. I'll get this done real quick. Then we can move on. I need some lighting. Excuse me, friends. I'll be right with you. Oh shoot, almost just lost it. Trying to see which side's which. It's gotta be the flat side, otherwise it won't work. There it is. Okay, keep it like this. Get some oil on it. Now I'm going to put this piece on top of it. If it won't stop sticking to my tweezers, this is the annoying part. Come on, get off. There we go. Oh, I need to clean it again. Sometimes this is just how it works. Otherwise it just sticks. Please forgive me. It's been a while since I've done this. I'll make sure I won't mess up this time. There we go, got it. Whew. So now it's one piece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick this right on top of here. And then it should start running faster due to this. Once I need to put this piece on top too. There's little tiny pieces like this that are just so annoying like that. See how it's moving back and forth? So I need to get it so that, oh wait, actually you can't see it and it's moving back and forth. Let me show you. See that little gold thing? It's moving a little bit. I need to put that in there really good so it's good now. So that the stone is right in place. So give me a second, I'm gonna do that next to me because if this piece flies away, I will lose it. This is kind of a difficult part. I need two pieces and then I need this. Oh, it's on the wrong side too, I need to flip it. Oh, darn it, almost had it. Doesn't help that the watch is running. There we go. Come on. This is just a feeling game. You gotta move it around. Most balance wheels don't. Shoot, it just lied out. Okay, got it though. It's right here. Thankfully, it didn't fly far away. Otherwise, that sucker would have been gone. Maybe if I go on the side of the wood piece will work better. Jumped out again. Haven't lost it yet though. Oh, did I just speak too soon? Just flew. Come on. Don't do me like this. Oh. No, that's not it. Did it fly in the movement? Scan the table. Gosh dang it, did I just lose it? If I lost it, I'm gonna have to see if I have another piece of it. Another one of these anywhere. I'll have to get one at work if I lost it. Let me look. See if it's in the movement. Sometimes it goes underneath like a bridge or something. Blast, I think I lost it, guys. I'm gonna have to get one at work. Bring it home. And then finish it. Another stream. What I could show you guys though, in the meantime. Let's see, sometimes it falls in your clothes. If it's on my clothes, I'll be able to see it. If it's on the ground, I'm not finding that sucker. What I can show you guys real quick, since I just messed this up. This happens though. You lose those little tiny pieces. Luckily these ones I'm not too worried about if I lose it because I know I can get another one. I'll just have to get it at work. What I can show you guys real quick is how I fix the helicopter effect. One of my watches actually has it. I knew some of you were interested about that. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it. So, I'm back. So you can see we are going to take, where's my leather? Take this off right here. And if I spin this, if I wind it up, watch. This is the helicopter effect. This isn't good. So I'll fix this right now, since I can't completely fix my other watch, unfortunately. I'll have to do that another time. I need to go get that piece. Actually, let's take off this band first. Come on. Let's go to a different screw. Let's try the other side. There we go, got this one. Perfect. So I'm gonna unscrew this. Haven't opened this since my printed final test. That's good. Here we are. So this is an ETA movement in this watch. 2824. There we go. All these screws in here. There we go. Precious, there we are. And now it comes off. Here we go. So, as you can see, when I wind it up, I'm only turning just a little bit. I mean, the sucker will spin. This is a helicopter effect. Now, to fix this, I'm going to have to take out the rotor. There we are. And then the automatic bridge I'm going to have to take off. Screws to the side. Now there's two gears that I'm gonna have to exchange. You can either oil them, but these are pretty dirty. It will take me a long time to oil them and get them right. So I'm just gonna exchange them because I have some extra ones with me. So let's put this to the side. It's these two gears right here I need to change. These two. Salome, can you grab me that tray right there?
Merry Christmas.
The tray on the, yeah, that one.
I want to go to tray.
Yeah, dos, for a second. tray. Okay, so I got my gears in here. And some spare parts I got. Put this tape down. It's very sticky. Get off me. There we are. So. Yeah, they're all in those two, aren't they? Yep. So it's these two gears that are causing the effect. Not this one, these two. The problem that's happening with these two gears is, where's my micro? Here we are. There's two gears on top of each other, you see that? And they need to be able to spin both ways. One way when you're spinning will just automatically wind up the movement. It will just spin that way and it will wind up the Sw200, the gear on top of the barrel. The other one will spin when the rotor's spinning and that will wind up the Sw200 on top of the barrel that will wind up the spring. What's happening is that the oil in there, something's it's not fluid, it's not turning. It's only turning one way. The whole gear is turning together. The top one can't turn right and the bottom one can't turn left right now. They need to be able to turn both ways. So you can oil them. By hand oiling them takes quite a while, so I'm just gonna exchange these and see if it will just run once I exchange them. So there's two of them. There's that one and there's this one. Put it on like this. Just like that. Put these two to the side. The easiest way is if you have a lot of these bridges just lying around, you just grab a new bridge. There we go. New automatic bridge. Boom. Now it's on. Just press down right there. Now let's hope this works. I'm gonna check and see if it's just oiled well. Actually, I'm gonna have to oil these. Let me see. Unless there was enough oil in it earlier. There wasn't that much oil. So let's see if I can oil this on camera from this distance without making a mess. Come over here, my oil. There we are. See if I can show you what I'm doing. Here we are. I just gotta be able to look through it too. Putting oil in there. Some more. Now it's focused on it, sorry. I had it for a second. Just gonna put oil right in there. There we go. I'm gonna put it on top. Before I start screwing down, I always like to too much stuff on the camera right now. It's not focusing. Okay, don't be shy. You can do it. Come on, focus, my dude. There we go. So what I like to do before I start screwing on is I'll push down on a piece of wood and then I'll wind a little bit just to make sure the gears are in place. There you go. Looks good. There we are. Almost looks like it's just glass on there. I guess you can't see it winding. Let's see. So these gears need to be able to wind 2 different directions. Let's see if it works. Let me check if the side's oiled well enough. I could use a little bit of oil. Okay. So let's see if these gears work now. They've been in my thing for quite a while. Let's see if they work, if I fixed it or not. Sometimes this is kind of a pain sometimes. Sometimes like I've had it where I just was not able to fix it. Like the helicopter effect was just still there. Let's see. Ah, there you go. See, no more helicopter effect. You can always tell if like the movement's flat on like if you're flat and you're winding it up, then there's no helicopter effect. If you have it at an angle, then it won't work. But as you can see, when I wind this, let me show you. So when I use, see how the gears move? And then that will move this gear too, and that's what winds up the sperot, the barrel, and the spring in there. See how they turn both ways? When you're winding it up just with your hand, it only turns one way, the gears. So I've actually had this problem for a little bit now. That was a fun fix to do. And something like that's pretty easy most cases. Sometimes it can be a real pain and it just doesn't want to work. But we got that. So I'm going to close this now. Let's make sure the gasket's on. There we go. Now, if the crown's facing this side of the back, then you got it on the right side. Then you can get the words facing you that you want. So on this one, I believe the top one is, it's ETA, yeah. It's the ETA sign, would be the top one. So just like that. And now I'm just gonna put these screws in. And then we got it. Oh. Now, quick tip, if you are screwing in a case back ever, because I've seen some watches from people that are just like horribly scratched. It's very difficult to screw down without sliding the screwdriver off and like hitting the case. A quick pro tip is, if you're ever doing this at home, make sure your table is kind of up to your chest, up to this height, so that your shoulder bone should just be barely over the table basically. So what I've done at home before, if I don't have a watchmaking table, a high table like this, what you can do is you can get big books and you can put them underneath the legs. Just make sure they're all the same height, and this will help tremendously when you're screwing down. Then what you want to do is you want to get on it, and you don't want to push really hard on it when you're pushing down, just nice and easy. Just want to have a nice and easy feel on it. And then you just go to the other side. You're gonna push down. You're gonna make sure the movement. You're gonna hold the watch very firmly. Right now, I'm barely putting any pressure on the screwdriver. I'm just gonna push them all in right now, just like this. I'm not pushing in tight. Basically, you just want to have it nice and light on there, and then it's just balanced for the rest. You're just gonna balance it on there and turn it in. And then for the last part, you're gonna do a tight turn on it, but nothing crazy. So once I get it on right here, I'm gonna push down. I'm pushing down really hard. You wanna push down really hard, and you wanna turn, but you don't wanna overdo it. And then just get a good turn like that. Nothing too crazy. It's not like a big screw at home that you're trying to fix or anything like this. I'm even worried I'm going to damage this because it's far away from me and I can't see that well, so I'm not going to go too hard. I'm just going to push down. There we go. Other side. And you always go parallel. Kind of like when you're like, if you ever like put a tire on a car, you always go one side to the next. Do the same thing. I believe I got them all now. Is this one already in? That one's in. Oh, this one's not in. Just a good tight finish. Good tight finish. There we go. So now we got this. And it's dirty. I'm going to have to clean this. So that's an easy fix to the helicopter effect. Helicopter effect no more. Now my movement's good. Now, for my other movement that I still need to fix, this one, I actually have the pieces with me. I have extra pieces, but I can't continue right now. I'm sorry. I need to end the stream and prepare, and I can do the rest another time. Once I can figure out my camera a bit better, I can do the rest, and then we can look at the amplitude, we can look at the rate, we can look at the beat error. I can explain all of that. I'll get my book out, I'll explain all of it. And then if you have any questions with that, we can work on that. Sorry, I'm still testing out, especially with like small pieces like this. I need to figure out the right camera angle on this. I'll have to test it out. I'll play around with it a little bit more before I stream it again. But we'll definitely finish this watch together. We'll finish the rest of it. Thanks for staying by during this though, even though there was lots of problems. Hope you enjoyed. We're gonna get this better. And until next time, I'm definitely gonna work on this movement again. We'll do another Saturday, or maybe I'll find a day during the week that's the best, maybe for when everybody can watch. Maybe Saturdays is too busy to watch it live. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I'll definitely let's talk to Josh about it. Thanks for watching. And we actually had 2 hours long stream. We're gonna get this better. thanks for your patience. And until next time, bye everybody.